Welcome back to Cask and Point. Today is day 7 of our New Era Bourbon Club Advent Calendar, where from December 1st through December 25th, we'll be trying one funky, fun, mysterious sample every single day. We're going to give tasting notes, we're going to rate it, we're going to try to guess what we're drinking, and then at the end of the video, we'll find out what we just had. So let's get right into day number 7. On the nose here, there's some like cognac flavored notes on this. Definitely some grape, some caramel here. A good amount of rye spice here, some cloves, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and it's a little bit hot. So on the nose here, I'm definitely thinking we're in a bourbon, and I'm thinking we're finished. Now, I could just be thinking this because I won't spoil too much, but in the last few days, we had a few cognac finishes, so it's possible we're just getting multiple cognac finishes in a row here. And that could also be throwing me off because I'm thinking we're drinking cognac finish something, and we might not be anywhere close to that. But let's try this and see what we get. Interesting. So, it tastes like there's a little bit of proof on that. Like, I'm thinking we're at least 105. Now the flavor's kind of went flat the second I said that. So now I'm thinking it might not even be 105. But a lot of the grape notes are going to come through in there. There's a lot of like grape on this. There's a good amount of caramel on this, a little bit of maple and vanilla on this. Overall though, it's kind of just tastes like a finished bourbon here. It's definitely sweet, but it's almost like a cheap sweetness on this. Like I'm not getting a super complex sweetness on this. Honestly, my immediate first guess is like, honestly, this Joseph Magnus special release number 4, which I believe is a Calvados cask finish. It's tasting honestly pretty similar to what I remember that being, but I feel like that one had a lot more flavor. And if it ends up being that exact bottle, wow, I'm a fool. But I don't think it is. But I don't know. It's actually really similar now that I keep going back to it. I'm definitely getting also some apple on this. But this smells good. Like you have a combination of fruity flavors. Your grape, your apple, kind of green apple there. Then you're going to get a little bit of cinnamon, some nutmeg, some cloves. A little bit of mint on there. And then you're going to get some sweetness, some maple, some vanilla, some caramel. You have a lot of things working here. It's not a super bright red fruit kind of flavor profile, but that's not bad. It's pretty good. Let's take another sip here. So it's the proof that's throwing me off the most. There's a lot of flavor on here. And there's a good amount of kick. I'm thinking we're around 110 proof. I don't think we're that much higher. And if I remember right, that Calvados cask finish is 111. So it could be that. I have no idea. And I was initially told a long list of what was in this. But I think a lot of things got changed, and I never really checked the list after that, and I totally forgot what was in that list. So I have absolutely no idea what we're dealing with, which is why some of my guesses have been totally off. But honestly, I'm going to guess that Joseph Magnus Calvados cask finish. It's really nice. I'm going to rate this an 8.1. I think the finish on here is about medium length. I think this is definitely a finished whiskey, some sort of cognac or Calvados or some sort of wine finish. It's very solid. Let's find out what we're drinking. So this is day number 7, and there's actually no explanation as to why we have this in, so I have no idea why this is here, but let's check day number 7. What the heck? Very Old Saint Nick. Okay. I've never had that. It's a rye whiskey. Faith and Conviction. Wow. Is it finished at all? Or is it just a really interesting rye whiskey? Wow, I was getting a lot of dusty tasting notes on this. Now, I will say the proof is 109.2. I guessed 110. So, at least we got that right. But, I've never had any Very Old Saint Nick. This is delicious. I believe this bottle is $150 or so. Honestly, not bad for that price. I'm trying to see if we have any other information here. Faith and Conviction Rye. It's a base of meticulously aged 8-year whiskey, and then carefully profiled with a handful of our treasured vintage casks, creating a marriage of harmony, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a bunch of rare stuff and harmony stuff. It doesn't look finished at all, though. It just seems like it's a rye whiskey. Cool. Well, I didn't know that. I've never had it before. We aren't dealing with tater things, and if you couldn't tell by my channel, I kind of just do tater things. So this is pretty interesting that we aren't really close on a lot of these, but hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in day 8.